Hello, this professional development lesson is for those of you who missed the in-person How to Prepare for the Unknown, as we were thinking about how to provide you with an effective or quality professional development. We kept thinking, well, what do we need to do? And everything's just so new. And so we're facing things that we haven't had to face before. So we thought we'd give you some tools to help you deal with our district's policy of 2 days in class and 2 days learning at home. So hopefully these tools will help you to be successful. For this video, I'm not going to go through every slide. In the in-person presentation, we took about an hour to go through and talk and look at the slides and practice some of them and share strategies. For this one, I'm just going to address 3 strategies with you. But first, I want to go over the objectives. The purpose for this lesson is first to help you to build online lessons that can help students in multiple environments. Like I said, we'll have our students 2 days a week in person and 3 days a week online. So it's going to be important that we provide multimodal options for them, like visual texts, audio texts, written texts, so they can access information in different ways. The next thing I want to do is I want to provide you with some concrete ways that you can use technology in your classroom so you can just take them and apply them the first couple weeks of school and test them out, or when you need something new to reach your kids, you have some tools and places to go and look. And then the last thing is your job, is I want you to pick one of the concepts or tools in this lesson and incorporate it into one of your units or lessons. And we will talk about it in our next staff meeting or PLC groups when we break into groups in a few weeks. So I also want to reinforce that the ideas that we're talking about today help to promote our districts and schools motto and vision. So we have the motto of learning first, and also to provide an environment where growth and learning flourish. So where we are going to have several different environments this year, and they could change at any time, it's important to have those strategies that are going to help our kids. So this is the slide I want to focus on today. I chose these 3 strategies because they have high effect rates. What I mean by high effect rates is John Hattie took a whole bunch of different strategies, researched them to find out what was the most effective, and categorized them into levels where students would be able to, or teachers would be able to know which strategies will help students make the most growth. So any growth rate with a 0.4 or higher is considered significant and worthwhile teaching. For example, I'm using Screencast-O-Matic to make this video. Screencastify is another good tool that does almost the same thing. And this adds teacher validity, okay? Where we're not seeing our students each day, we need to make sure that they know that we know how to teach them, that we have the resources, the knowledge, and to provide what they need for the school year. It's a 0.90 effect rate for students. The next one I want to talk about is Quizlet, where this has like repetitive practice or concentrated practice, so that students can get that reinforced idea in. That's a 0.79 effect rate. Okay, and then Edpuzzle has interactive videos, so they're not just sitting there and watching a video, but they're interacting it and doing things with it, almost like a visual, like guided notes way with a video, and that's a 0.54 effect rate. They're all significant and can make major impacts and have major impacts on students. So what I want to show you is I want to show you my Quizlet and Edpuzzle examples, or accounts. So if I go into Quizlet first, I'm going to shoot back over to the home page so I can show you where I got to this screen. I've been teaching a lesson, or I have taught a lesson on Logos, Ethos, Pathos, and I could create my own Quizlet account. Like I have some Logos, Pathos, Ethos in this argument section right here. Or if I just wanted to focus on those vocabulary words, there are a lot of different tools and things already built. So If I go into here, you're going to find some examples. You can click on them. You can make them your own, save them. But then they can have flashcards, they can have writing practice, spelling practice, they can play games, they can reinforce that base level of knowledge that they need to move on to higher level thinking. When they're ready for that higher level thinking, Edpuzzle is a great tool. Again, I'm going to go to my home page right here. You can connect with your school, or you can have your own content. You can browse some of these popular channels right here. So I'm going to show you my example in my content right here. Like I said, I was teaching the Logos, Ethos, Pathos lesson, and I wanted to have some visual examples. So I found some newscasts where governors are pleading with their citizens to evacuate. And they're using figurative language and Logos, Pathos, Ethos. And I wanted my students to identify those. So we've already definitely practiced them, some with the Quizlet stuff. And so, for example, I had one question. This is my second question as they're in the middle of the video. What type of rhetoric is Christy using? Logos, Pathos, Ethos. Provide evidence from the clip to support. They can give their answer. This is great practice and a good formative check so that I can make sure they understand what they're doing before they start to apply it all on their own. Okay? So those are 3 different examples that you can, or tools that you can use. One item that I want you to pay attention to is student engagement. I was listening to Jennifer Gonzalez's Cult of Pedagogy podcast, and she has one on streaming videos and screencastifies like I'm making right now. And they found that through some studies, you need to really pay attention to time, because students start to they're not going to listen forever. Okay, so videos that are 0 to 6 minutes have a very high level of engagement. Videos that are 6 to 9, it drops a smidge, but they're still learning. But when you go over that 9-minute mark, 9 to 12 and 12 to 40, they stop paying attention. And I think we all noticed that when we had our spring session from March to May, and students were, we were testing out what we were doing, and we lost some of them sometimes. So now that we have that information, it's good to pay attention to. You can go through and look at the rest of these slides and some of the resources in here. They'll be valuable for you. What I want you to think about right now is the methods that you want to use first. What standards are you going to teach? And how are you going to address them? How are you going to change your teaching because of it? Okay? Then I want you to select one, let me go back up to that screen, and put it into your lesson plans. And we're going to talk about it when you break into your PLCs in 3 weeks in our next faculty meeting. Okay? And then the last thing I need you to do is fill out this survey to evaluate this presentation and the effectiveness of this video. So I can make changes if I need to. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Come and talk to me, and I can help you with any of the tools or strategies here, or anything else you need. Thank you. Look forward to seeing you.